There could not be a more perfect time for this epic final season to be ready for fans in a totally new, amazing way. So tell us why this package is something fans have to have at home.
Deleted scenes?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Sorry.
I mean, it's such a great time to go back and binge things and sort of relive memories. And this DVD is an even better way to do it because of the deleted scenes and the bonus content and the Arrow retrospective is on here. Plus, we may have some bloopers.
Blooper.
Who doesn't love a good blooper?
Oh, yeah.
Anything you can tease right now that fans can look forward to as far as funny moments from behind the scenes or something that happened on set that you guys are still laughing about?
There's a really funny outtake from season 1 of me and Stephen. There's the Laurel Oliver makeout scene, and it's like the first time they're sort of coming together, and it's awkward but passionate. It's also so awkward to shoot those scenes, and so like I get like sweaty palms. It's not sexy. It's like Stephen, okay.
But you got to make it look sexy.
Let's do this and let's get it over with, and then we'll be good. So my character, like, I remember I like jumped on him, and he's supposed to like spin me and fall onto bed. But what happened was I jumped on him. We're making out. He goes to spin me. He misses the bed, and the two of us completely collapse onto the floor. And then we totally fell. He totally it was such, oh my gosh, it was so embarrassing, but it was so funny, and it broke the ice, so it was
You have no choice but to become close co-workers after something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything else, ladies? Any memories come to mind behind the scenes fun we can see?
Most of my bloopers are me just dancing and being goofy and entertaining the crew because we work such long hours and it's often 3 a.m. and everybody's tired. We've been fighting all day and everybody, a lot of people end up just wanting to go home and go to sleep, but I then, being the entertainer that I am, take it upon myself to try and be a goofball and bite a little bit. So that ends up being the majority of my outtakes.
Spotlight's always on.
Yeah.
Juliana, what about you?
Laugh, it makes my day.
I think the majority of my bloopers is wardrobe pulling up my tight leather pants so my ass isn't hanging out while I'm fighting.
Always looking out. Good looking out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think fans will be surprised to see how clumsy and inappropriate we really are behind the scenes.
Green Arrow and the Canaries, we got to talk about it. I know Hollywood is a little up in the air right now with productions being on hold, but what can you tell us about anything related to the spinoff? Is it still happening?
We don't know
We
anything.
don't know.
I mean, we were in limbo as it was, and I tend to be the kind of person that just leaves pilots up to the universe, and I'm doing that even more so now because the whole world has become the Wild West, and we just don't really know what's going on or when we're going to be able to safely get back to production. But we'll see. If we happen to be picked up, and once the world is safe again, it would be so much fun.
A lot of fun. I do think, and I have mentioned this before, but it's a good time, given that people have been this, coronavirus and craziness that's been going on in the world. I feel like, people do want to have the content though to come together and watching a television show. We have already shot our pilot, and I think it's fun. I think it's badass. I think if any time, now is the time for it because it's 3 female strong, kick-ass women, ladies. So and it's really fun. So if we can provide entertainment to bring people together in that way, and continue to tell stories and shoot. Also shooting in Vancouver is awesome. So yeah, I hope so. I hope we get picked up. I think the fans are really excited about it too.
Well, the response to the episode, even back in January, I mean, the hunger is still there. And now with the new DVD and Blu-ray box set, fans are going to be able to revisit not just the final season, but the whole series. And maybe just that the flame is going to be reignited. And keep
Love that.
Totally. I also think that you can, you'll be able to pick up this Green Arrow and the Canaries without necessarily having to have had to watch, Arrow. I think it's going to feel fresh, and you won't, for newer fans, for people who didn't watch Arrow, they can come into this and get a different fun experience.
Well, it's just like anything in the Arrowverse. You can jump into the crossover episodes, and if you don't necessarily watch The Flash, or if you don't watch Arrow, you can still jump in as a Legends of Tomorrow fan or as a Black Lightning fan and still enjoy the world, because it's such a unique experience that we have, where we have all these amazing actors, amazing talents, amazing characters existing in the same universe.
Yeah, there's a little something for everybody. And I actually just rewatched the Arrow series finale last night, and it still packs such an emotional punch. Katherine, particularly, how did you react to adult Mia getting to go to Oliver's funeral and meet Felicity?
That was such a heavy emotional thing as well, because it's one thing I love about the spin-off idea is there's sort of a duality to Mia now. She was such a strong fighter and such a strong character before, but she didn't have any interpersonal skills, truly. And then when she has this other life that she lived with the reset of the universe, she now has a completely new set of tools that she can add to even become a more versatile vigilante, as it were. And now taking all of that, taking both sets of those memories and that sort of push and pull of two sets of instincts back to meeting her mother, there's so much going on there. Not only does she have the life that she lived with her mother as a socialite, and the question of where is Felicity in the new world, we have everything that we saw in season 7 with the two of them going through, and all the fighting and all the hardship and everything they went through with losing Oliver. She's having to relive it all over again. And it's a lovely, bittersweet moment, but it really brought the whole season to a close for me, because I started with Emily and ended with Stephen, and it was all brought together with the entire family there that day at the funeral. And it really was a beautiful, beautiful episode to shoot.
Yeah, and Juliana, we saw Dinah turn down that promotion and literally ride off into the night. Where do you think she went? What do you think she's doing?
Well, that's sort of where Canaries begins. She realizes that when she comes into the show, she's such a lone wolf, and throughout these years, and these ups and downs with her team, and then at the end losing what really held them together, I think she's just full of purpose. And she's going to look for more cities to save. She's literally like riding off to become a better hero, like a new kind of hero. I think this is this would be a perfect time for the show to pick up in light of what's happening in the world, because all of us sort of did end with a new beginning. It started at the end, which is brilliant of the writers. So
yeah, we're ready for that new chapter for sure.
Yes.
And Katie, Laurel's scene with Tommy was maybe the most emotionally vulnerable moment we've ever seen from her. Do you think she got the closure that she needed? Will she be able to reconcile this survivor's guilt that she's sort of been battling this time?
Look, I think that, I think she's incredibly, incredibly strong-willed, and I think if anyone can, she definitely can. And so, I think that she'll definitely be, having to work through it. I think that's what's cool about, like Juliana was saying, it's like where you pick up, our show would pick up where the story, obviously in the future, but where the story sort of left off. And I think that that's what we'll get to explore, to see how people are dealing with that and coping, each character, coping with everything, and the journey that it takes emotionally to get to where they are in the future. I think you'll definitely see that weight, and you'll feel it, and continue to explore it.
Yeah, and while we wait to continue on that jumping off point, fans are getting to revisit their favorite Arrow moments ever and maybe discover new ones. Which memories from the show will you take with you? What first comes to mind?
So many. I think I always go back to my first episode on the show, because I had such a great scene with Juliana.
Yeah.
And I got to have that my character's opening was a massive cage fight. And that's so indicative of who Mia is. And it was such an explosive opening. It was so fun. And then getting to meet Ben Lewis, who plays my brother William on the show, and work with him and establish that sort of sibling banter that we have. Those are really standouts for me.
Yeah, I have two. Well, there's a few. There's so many memories and so many moments that are so special to me. One that comes to mind is the moment where my character for the first time puts on the black canary jacket. And I remember,
There was no going back after that.
Yeah, I remember putting it on, and I literally, in my trailer, I started to cry.
Oh.
Because I was so excited and so happy, and just looking forward to that, whole journey. And then, honestly, the episode like I got to direct was such an incredible, amazing opportunity and experience, and it's something that I forever will be grateful, because I got to find where I feel like that's my true calling in a way, to be on the other side of the camera as well. Obviously I love acting and I want to 100% continue, but I think being on the other side of the camera and actually getting to create and bring my vision to life with a crew around me and make it a collaboration, it was just such a special, incredible, wonderful experience, and I'm so grateful for it. And you guys are I'm so grateful for you. I appreciate actors so much, especially actors in particular, because it was a huge episode for Kat. She was incredible, and it just shows you how everybody brings it. You really brought your A game. You were fantastic, and I just appreciate all of you so much. Jules, you were wonderful, but we did only have that one small scene.
We only had one scene, but you made sure my hair looked good, girl.
Yeah, girl. I think you look good. Damn good in that scene.
What memories will you take with you, Juliana?
Oh my God, there's so many. I guess the most profound memories that stand out are at the beginning and at the end. So like Katie said, the first time I put on the canary costume and just took a deep breath and realized like it was happening, that was really powerful. And the first time I did my canary cry as well. Even though, these guys that I'm kind of like blowing back are totally like on rigs with pads, and like I felt so powerful in that moment, and I realized like how, even though this is a fantasy world, it's real, and then like there's a power there. There's something like there's something real there. And when you meet the fans, you really feel that the reality of this fantasy world. And then at the end, just like the last episode, looking back and thinking about that first day that was so uncertain, and thinking about how far we've all come, not only as as friends and as human beings, and how our lives have evolved, and how things have changed. And it was really, it was incredible. I think that was when I really appreciated the show the most, and felt closest with everyone.
Yeah. Well, this is an unprecedented time that's given a lot of people the chance to stay connected to friends and loved ones in a whole new way. Have you been keeping in touch with the castmates in quarantine? Any group texts, Zoom chats, virtual happy hours?
Yeah, I'm in the middle. Myself, Katie Lotz, and Ruby are on a group chat, and we've been doing Zoom videos, which has been really fun, and we're all sort of like going a little stir crazy, but
yeah.
Making work.
Yeah, no, it's been really fun. It's, we're so lucky that we live in a time where technology is keeping us connected. Like I have a family Zoom, a family reunion Zoom once a week, and I have a Mafia game night group that we get together, I think now twice a week, and we do theme nights. So everybody gets dressed up and in costume because
Awesome.
it's time to do it now.
Why not? Yeah.
And why not? And we're also, like Katie said, we're all a bit stir crazy, but we're finding ways to stay connected and to reconnect even with people that we haven't spoken to in years, because life has been so busy. The universe has a way of re-equalizing and kind of healing itself, and I think part of it is just telling us to all slow down and appreciate the things that really matter.
Well, Arrow fans certainly have no shortage of content at their fingertips right now and on the way, but what are you guys binge watching right now? Any guilty pleasures?
I have to say I'm not really binge watching anything, because I've been sort of trying to like disconnect in a way at times, and like be more creative, paint, draw. I was telling the ladies, I feel like I'm my own contractor. I'm like, yeah, I don't like this wall. So here I am Googling how to break down this wall. Is it a loading wall? Is it, just structural? What is it? Anyways, disconnecting, but also I've been taking the masterclass. I'm learning, Shonda Rhimes on television and writing, and I've been writing a lot. So the masterclass, but it's not really honestly binge watching television.
Yeah. I did something go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, we did see, Katie, that you posted that Zoom chat with all your fellow female directors, including Katie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome to see them from our WB program. It was just a great, catch up, and yeah, it was certainly fun. I actually have to say though, I did start watching Schitt's Creek and Ozark, but not binging, so I can't really. I'm just starting. So
Make it count.
How that goes.
Ozark is great. That's one of the shows that I've binged over this break. I kind of keep going back and forth. I've gone back and forth between things like Love is Blind and Love Island. And then on the other end, I'm watching things like Mindhunter and Ozark. And I just worked with Alex Skarsgård on The Stand and realized I'd never watched True Blood. So I went back and binged the entire 7 seasons of True Blood.
I started watching Tiger King the other night.
Yeah.
So good. I really want to keep watching it. It's so funny.
Text me when you finish it. We have to talk about this.
Okay, amazing. I think I've only watched one. Okay, we'll talk about it.
Just wait. Just hang on tight. What are the strangest or most surprising quarantine habits you've developed over these last few weeks? What have we learned about ourselves?
I've learned that if I don't have social interaction and sunshine, I don't feel normal. So my patio gets about 30 minutes of sunshine every day, and so I go sit in the sun. And I try and just keep in touch with people because I'm on my own here, so I gotta reach out.
We realized, Kat and I, that we both are dating somebody named Bob, and that we might need to get Jerry Springer on the line. Bob's been cheating on me and cheating on Kat, and is not practicing social distancing apparently.
No.
I know who Bob is, but you might want to explain to fans who Bob is.
Okay.
So Bob is my boyfriend. Yeah, we've got Bob back there. My Bob's over here.
Yeah.
Oh my God, double timing.
He's solid, but he's not the best conversationalist.
Very one-sided.
He doesn't talk. You can just talk to him. It's like a great boyfriend who doesn't argue.
Oh, that sounds great.
Bob there is talking back. It's when I'm gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Does anyone cut their own hair yet? I'm getting there. Anyone else?
By the way, I might shave my head.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you look amazing.
Because first of all, my hair is fried, but I don't have bleach, and this is just not cute. So I'm like, maybe I just reset totally in honor of this time.
You would look hot with the shaved head.
You'll see. I'll post it if I do.
Arrow 8th and final season, along with the entire series dropping on Blu-ray and DVD April 28th. Any final messages to fans before we sign off?
We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you for all of your support over the years. You were the best fans in the entire world, and we would not be where we are today if it wasn't for you. So
Yeah, absolutely. Just the biggest thank you for welcoming us into the fandom, for coming on this journey with us, and for being as much a part of it as we all are.
Yeah, you guys are the best fans in the world, and we feel your love and support. Whether we are in quarantine or out in the world, it's a language that we can continue to speak and we can continue to connect. So it's really, really beautiful, and we appreciate you guys.
And what would the Canaries be doing in the pandemic right now? How would they be giving back and helping out?
Well, I think the way that we sort of all are, we're kind of allowing, I think, I've seen Kat and Jules like on Instagram and stuff, like, we're in the same boat as everybody, we're all, that's what's also interesting about this coronavirus and this time. It's like, it's forcing us all to realize, like, we're all just human beings. We're the same. We're all, practicing safety, and then hopefully, people are staying at home. And I think being good role models and demonstrating that. And, I've been putting up videos of like how to be clean and, working out, how to sort of makeshift your home into a gym, and, just trying to stay positive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think Mia would be losing her mind going stir crazy, but she might see if William could rejig the Green Arrow suit and make it have some sort of a preventative mask where she can go vigilante at night.
I think Nina would be like on her motorcycle shooting like custom-made masks out of a marshmallow gun into people's houses.
We would definitely be making it work. Well, thank you so much, ladies. We'll be on the lookout for Arrow Season 8 and the whole series dropping April 28th for fans to own and take home. And now's the perfect time. So thank you so much.